ex-husband made. Before I talk about the issues, where were you when you heard these things?
It was early in the morning.
Yeah.
I just woken up and I saw a message from my sister, and it was like, just be calm, he's at it again, And then going into the message and seeing the same thing that has been going on for the past 10 years. And I just like, this is it, I've had enough. I need to put an end to this, because I feel like I kind of ran out of an abusive relationship, but I'm still under abuse for the past 10 years. Because I've tried to move on with my life, I've tried to build my life from scratch, but this person just keeps going to the media space to bash, defame me and cook up lies and just say things that never existed, or, something that he has built up on, So I just decided it's time to speak up.
This is the first time that you're ever speaking up on this issue in the media, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes. What we remember from this marriage as the public is, and then in 2016 or 2017, we know that Emeka Ike was in court with you, begging you not to go. Yes. Yeah, the news that we heard was that he knelt down in court and begged you, and his friends knelt down in court and begged you.
No, that never happened.
That never happened?
Yes, that never happened. In court, he would always say that he would do the right thing. He would come to my family, and we would discuss and everything. And, they'll tell us to go back and do that. And they will adjourn the case. The next adjourned date, we come back, they ask me, did he come to you? I would say no, because that never happened. Right. You understand? In fact, if I may say, in court, he had actually told me and said, who wants you back? And I had pointed out to the judge, and the judge had said that he heard him. So it was all a facade, because he just wanted to look good and to stretch the court proceedings more than it should have been done. There was never any day. His friends did reach out, you understand, but they were not in court. Nobody knelt down in court to beg me.
So you say that you survived an abusive marriage, Yeah. What do you mean exactly by that?
Okay, so
what was the abuse?
It started off as verbal. It started off as mental torture. It started off as psychological. It started off as financial, financial abuse, because I was not allowed to work. You understand?
He didn't allow you to work?
He didn't allow me to work. Actually, I wanted to be an actress. That's why I became his friend. I was modeling at that time. I just come out of secondary school. I was 18. And then I met him along the line, and I wanted to be, someone who would put me into the industry and all that. And he categorically told me that I wouldn't act because it would destroy our relationship. Because at that time we had gotten into a relationship, And he said he was planning to marry me, and the tabloids, then it was newspapers, so they'll talk about him, talk about me, and it will break the relationship or the marriage,
So he told you not to become an actor because of the relationship?
Yes, he did say that. He even stopped my modeling career. In fact, I had been approached by an agency to be sponsored for Miss Nigeria at that time. This was 1999. He also refused. He said he couldn't handle me crying if I don't win, things like that. And I had to go back to the agency to say my family didn't want me to do it. And then I went to my family and said the agency dropped me just because I didn't know what to say to them, because he was saying, no, that I won't do it.
You met him when you were 18?
Yes.
You got married when you were 19?
No, we didn't get married till I was, I think, 23. Going on 24. Right. I was already pregnant with our second child when we got married. In fact, I had to be the one to speak out, like, you need to do something because this is our second child. So I was already heavy, and I regret it.
Why?
Yeah, because even during the wedding, he came late from the state he was shooting at that time. They never blessed us. It was his older sister's husband who has stood in, and the wine changing and blessings and all that was done. All through, when we had collected the list from my uncle and given to him, And we were preparing on our side, and I was always calling him, oh, are you, in tune with your family, on the list to get everything? His family came empty-handed. They didn't bring anything. Even in family would always laugh at me at my back and say I married myself.
Wow.
It was always a case of, oh, she wants to marry a star and she has to work for it. And I did. I slaved for that family. Everything that they wanted to do, I was a designated driver. Everything that they wanted to do, I was the one who was always doing things for them. I was doing it on my side because of love, because this was my family. As long as, you are my friend or you are my husband's people, you are my family, because my mom was a single parent, you understand. I come from a very humble background, but not that humble, you understand, because my mom strived, she worked hard to take care of her kids, but she protected us. And she brought us in this very close-knit, very loving home that, we grew up in. And so I always felt like every family is like that, you understand.
So the question is, somebody would wonder about is, why did you go ahead with the wedding despite all that disrespect? Him waiting for about 5 years into the relationship, his family not paying the bride price, him coming late. Obviously there were signs. Why did you go ahead?
I didn't see the signs as signs. You understand? I didn't start, in hindsight, I wouldn't even date him. You understand? But then at that time, he was my first everything, first boyfriend. I just came out of secondary school. I just came out of not knowing, anything. I think it was when I got to be 24 that I started understanding that this is not right. This is not how I should be treated. I now started seeing that, I wouldn't accept some things, that kind of thing. And that's why I said I regretted, even doing that. Yeah. And it was until I was 28, 29, going into my 30s, I started fighting back. Right. And then it's now escalated from, verbal and all that, and then became physical. Right. You understand? And then still, even with that, people would say, oh, it's a man's world, and I didn't think of myself, but until the last time that he did, and I was almost paralyzed, that was when I decided that I need to go. But still, I stayed 2 more years after that.